Welcome to Battle Vortex.
Alright. Well, let me see here. I'm actually streaming my my big monitor right now, so see if I can work on my show prep. I'm trying to just got to keep in mind everything that has happened this week. So I guess the first thing is we have the 3 segments. We have let me see, update. We have upgrade. And then uproar. I'm streaming on Twitch. Yeah. I'm going to put Pappy in his nappy room. Joel, are you still here? So Joel's not really here. Looks like I can only kick him for... Just going to kick him for being AFK. Alright. Now, I guess generally when I'm doing show prep, everything comes from the forums. I really don't get extra information to share. It's very rare. Like last week, I was really fortunate to get the scoop, and but that almost never happens. So the things that happened this week, we actually did have some release notes. We had. Okay, they got the whiteout thing. We have the bug fixes and tuning. The campaigns list will once again sort by all rather than by available by default. Fixed an issue where the coaxial turret countermeasure portion was not displayed in the countermeasure turret retrofit group. I didn't realize that wasn't there. That was just a range one, right? As if I recall correctly. Corrected display error when the countermeasure targeting was not listing its range increasing bonus. Okay, twig. I didn't know countermeasure targeting. I'm trying to remember if that one had a range. Tweak the building footprint of the dock to allow it to be placed as close to land on all sides as was indicated in base view. Addressed an issue with the positioning of the cryo field generated by Greta's nuke cruiser override effect. Let me see. Addressed an issue with the positioning of the cryo field generated. Oh, that must be like that ice patch that gets put on the water. So let's see. So there's update. I guess this is all that's going to go in the update. It's this right here. And I always got to pull all of the I'm sorry, what? Can you say that again? The different dashes? Double dot? Oh, you're talking about a colon? Are you talking about a colon? Are you talking about a colon? Am I still on here? Hello? Oh. Oh, yeah. I was lagging because hearing me coming from your side well after I finished talking. Oh. Alright. Upgrade. Upgrade is generally the section that, oh, you probably got me on your Twitch too, huh? Yeah, you might want to mute your Twitch because, yeah, you can actually just click on the speaker on Twitch, just mute that. That way you can just talk to me on raid call. Alright. So the upgrade section is generally where we give people advice or ways to improve. This is supposed to help us. It's supposed to be the section where we help players improve. Is what upgrade is for. And go ahead. Yeah, on Twitch, right? Yeah, see, and if you're watching me on Twitch and listening to me on Twitch, you're actually not going to hear me for about 20-30 seconds. And after I've said what I said, and I'm probably already talking about something else. I know earlier it made me think that's when I asked you if I was still on here and all that. I went and checked my raid call because I thought maybe something happened. But so what's on Twitch is not real time. It's 20 seconds behind. Alright, so I guess in the upgrade section is probably where I'm going to talk about the new boats. So we have I guess I could probably talk about Forsaken Arena. Now that was originally supposed to be 24 hours, but it wasn't. It was not 24 hours. Okay, that's just notes. That slide's never actually going to be seen on the show. But let me see if I can find event briefing whiteout. Oh yeah, it was shut down. It might have only been up for maybe 5 hours. I know when I tried to play it, I was actually still awake at 1 a.m. and it was offline already. So it went offline around midnight. So 5 or 6 hours, something like that. Hey, son. Okay, I got to shrink this down to make it fit. Center on page. Actually, I'm gonna put that on the side because I got put some notes on here on this one. Be white letters. And just, oops. Hey, babe. So I seen y'all brought me back lots of pumpkin muffins.
The kids are going to eat them for breakfast tomorrow morning.
Ugh.
I have some on the table for us.
Yeah.
I have another idea. You going to try not to like it? Probably not. Oh. How about after drill practice, let's see if we can have a little thing at the school. Cake, and I'll bring drinks and stuff.
True. Let's just make the cake.
Alright, let's see here. Let me just scroll down here and make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay, we got whiteout strike. That's mid-level, so there's recon, strike, and siege. And alright, so here we got okay, we got recon, strike, and siege. Alright, and recon is 40 or lower. It should be 41. Alright, 41 through 59. And then okay. Well, actually, is it 60 plus? Yep. Get some spaces in there. Everything looks too close together. Oop, crap. Everything looks too close together to me. Dang it, I keep... There we go. And then, let's see here. Alright, and this one here, elite, is all. I'm just going to take the whiteout out. and co-op. Okay, notes. Seek and destroy. Okay, that's up to 200K. The recon is a 60,000 point bonus, 700,000 point bonus, 2 million point bonus, and then a 6 million with a 3 million point bonus. So it's up to 6 million with the 3. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, they actually reduced the points, I think, inside the Arctic Stronghold. That was the assault campaign last time, and now they're calling it elite. But it looks to me like they actually reduced the points awarded in the campaign, is because, and I think the reason why they did that, because so many people are just doing a small part of it over and over and over again, and not actually completing it. So now, I think before maybe 2 million or 1 million was the bonus, but now it's 3 million. But the up to 6 million was what it was last time too. It is. It is a. It is. It is a single. Okay, maybe we're just talking about different things. So, um, I suspect we're just talking about different things there, Tito. Because
Why are you so quiet?
I think instead of add this to the, I think I just put this underneath. Actually, let me just grab all of it. Oops. Didn't mean to do that.
Right now I am in a Jaguar. Old Jaguar. Yeah. I upgraded it
And get my spacing.
86.8 meters.
All right. Players can destroy priority targets to finish early and just get the bonuses. Let me see. Targets in Recon Strike, Siege, and Elite are co-op. Yep. Recon Strike, Siege, or Elite do not require previous campaign completions to activate. Enemies destroyed, any of the targets will remain dead and do not respawn. Targets do not scale to your level. And Arctic fleets will be spawning throughout the event and will be able to be destroyed for points at any time, no matter what campaign you have active. You will not lose any points if you abort a campaign. Points are applied to your score once a target is destroyed.
Ferrari 258 GTO, I think, goes for 5 million.
All campaigns have had their duration adjusted so that they will last for the entire event. I love that part. Uranium is still crap. That's 7,500, 7,500, 7,750, 7,850. All right. Now, I don't know if these points are right, but I guess I'll go ahead and add a slide in here for that. And I just drag this graphic over.
I'll take it out of beta. No, it's in beta now. Yeah, but it's like closed beta.
Okay.
Or it might be like open beta by default or something.
Actually, let me grab that and this. And center on page, horizontal. Yep. Undo. Well, I already did that. All right. So this is basically what I do every week. Total points for... All right, so we got 12.5, that's 13, and 5's 18, and 9's 27 million.
Kind of refreshing. Yeah. Well,
And
the Benito. Feel like a lot of the cartoons they're doing this now, like the Stingray and the Benito.
hey Joel. Hey Joel, I see you in the Twitch chat. I did pull you off the raid call because you're AFK. You can come back anytime though.
Yeah.
And all right, let's see here. Well, if that's all I'm going to put on this slide, then I could probably just put it right on it instead of putting it beside it. One thing I wish I could do on here is actually put outlines on my fonts here, like on Windows Movie Maker. You can have your white fonts and then you can have a border on your fonts. Can't do that here on this presentation thingy, but there's something I can do that's kind of cool. Oh, what does that stuff say on the bottom? Use the tabs for different price tiers. You may redeem a limited number of prizes per tier.
I think we went through that already briefly. If you get a car, you get a Bugatti SS in here.
Okay, well actually let me go ahead and put this beside it because
You get one.
that is
This is
good.
the price of the car.
And then
Plus the car.
because that I need to put that in there.
That means you get a Bugatti SS plus about a million
The number of prizes per tier.
or like I think it's like 800
All right.
or yeah.
Prizes will earn points for completing world map targets and campaigns. You will be able to redeem the points you earn for prizes. Players will be able to redeem up to 2 prizes per tier. Okay, and I'm guessing I'll move on to the next slide. All right, just out of curiosity, I'm going to go ahead and start analyzing this thing real quick. The armor, heaviest armor that D5 is what, 2250 or something like that? Let me pull it up on my game. Joel, I'm not quite sure what you're referring to, bud. Am I able to crop what so I can get rid of the bottom part of the pic? Oh, you're talking about probably this image right here. Yeah. What you see on Twitch is like after I've already moved on. So you might need to be more specific, in the Twitch chat. But anyway, the game. Intel Lab. Oh, there it is. Armors. 2285. All right, so for now on, okay, max armor per slot is 2285. Okay, this one right here has armor points 2705, so armor potential is, oh, dang it, I thought I already changed that font color. Oh, you said the chat overlay needs to be wider. Oh, hold on a second. Let me see if I can fix this. Oh. How's that? Oh, I need to cover that up. I can slide it over here. Is that good? You still on here, Tito, on the raid call? Oh, yeah. Nobody on Twitch can hear you. Yeah.
Right now I'm racing and second gear.
Oh, no, we weren't. Yeah, you got just what you see on the Twitch is that's already gone by. That's the past. It's not current.
I'm back.
That's funny. All right, so we got 2285, and make sure because I forget already. 2285. And I wonder if I should do like retrofits on that too, because no, I probably shouldn't. Not going to do retrofit. So right, that's 2285 with no rank. But if I were to upgrade that, sets 3, and I think 3 goes up to.
It was really good though. Really good.
Let me see. I remember that from my show slides.
Tyrese, man. Tyrese is a scary dude.
My computer's freaking out on me. Oh, okay. So that does go up to 19.5.
And he just bust open the door.
But I'm just going to say that's R0. I don't know if it's really fair for me to do add the 19.5% onto that. Okay, this has 3 armor slots, so that's time 3. And then plus 2705. So armor potential is 9,560. That's not really a baser. 9560. Well, I don't know. If it's something you put in the back, you really wouldn't even need all that armor, I guess. And this is mainly going to be like a road crew, right? And let's see here. I actually have that graphic somewhere. And the Twitch chat, I mean, does it look better on the screen on this Twitch stream now? All right, great. Okay. So what else do I see? Special slots. 4 special slots is pretty nice. 4 special slots would be nice if, you know, something you could do. Now, I've been hearing something off the forums that I'm not quite sure I agree with from the PRICEisWRONG moderators, the forum moderators. Somebody said on there that if you don't put any kind of engine on this at all, it will still stay with the slowest ship in your fleet. And I'm not really sure, that just doesn't make sense to me. So it sounds like the rest of your fleet can, you know, so even if you put like a Reaver Scout engine on like a decoy, you know, if you had a fleet of Reaver Scout engines and had like something long range on here, you know, this could get all of the benefit from Reaver Scout. I think you mentioned this before, Tito. So, and that just doesn't make sense to me. But it sounds like somebody on the forums was suggesting that. One of the moderators. Yeah, and I really don't like the language that they use either. In here, the language that they use, they say that they refer to the command field, and that kind of drives me crazy, is because it sounds like they're suggesting that you know, there's going to be like a circle that goes around, you know, so you can use resonance battery or whatever, and so but it's not a field. It's not a tactical field. So I really don't like that they use the word field. Um, all right. See, I just did a search on my presentations for Highlander. It says a flagship effect, but it doesn't actually use the language field. It doesn't say anything about a command field. This is the first time I think I've ever seen a reference to a command field. This was in show 116 here. I could have swore I had something older. I didn't really get good at doing my slides until, you know, because I've kind of learned that if I just put images in there, if I don't actually use like graphics, hold on a second, let me, because I think I actually do have a folder still on my desktop that I use for my archives. I got show prep graphics, and let me just do a preview real quick. Just cycle through all of that. Oh, I see my folder here is covering up the I'm just curious if I have like an old Highlander pic, like when it first came out. Oh, not in that folder anyway. Let me look in the archive. That's some really cool high-res pics, man, that I've gotten, like, you know, over time. There's a lot of really good ones. I just found Grimshine Berserker, so there it is. Alright, I'm going to slide this over to the screen, and I'll make it bigger, so, yeah. Also, that was something in the forums. It's language they only use in the forums, but not the blueprints. Is that right? Okay, because I don't think this one here does either.
One thing that really sucks about this game is nothing in here is really smooth. If you'll tap like the corner of a building, you go, 180 to 0 in like 2 seconds. Yeah, but the building.
I just was curious if the Berserker said anything about a command field, and it doesn't.
Or if it's just like the grass and tires in this game, solid.
Alright, Joel says the bottom 2 lines of the chat aren't showing. Let's see here. I just seen him say, "Hi, Luke." Okay, now see, that's not showing up in the stream. I can fix that, though. There we go. Let me drop it from the top, too. And, alright. So I think all of the chat's showing up now on the Twitch stream. I just gotta try to remember to keep that window there and not get rid of it.
Not like great. Semi great. They have the potential to be.
Alright, so command field.
Anyway, I was doing something right, and they're like, "Oh, the guys are so sexy." I'm like, you know what? Like, they were like, "Oh my god, yes, white guys look so great." I'm like, you know what? I want to try that. Like, how you doing? It was funny. I'm not looking to get into it. Still not gonna get into it. Single friendly. Just friends. That's what I like.
Okay, but looking at this this Avenger, I'm trying to think of what else it might be good for. I mean, it is good for like a permanent road crew, you know. And it may actually end up being good for all different kinds of fleets because it is a general purpose hull. I mean, it's got reload bonuses on there for everything except for radioactive, and but it does have that flagship effect where the damage is increased, the speed is increased, and the resistances are increased as the fleets take damage. It doesn't say have a max either. I know this particular crew right here says max 20%, and there's the legendary one, that Gearheads or whatever it's called, that says I think max 30% too. Let me see here. Yeah, grease monkeys. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, it'll spin them around and stuff, but they won't just like sit there and be burning. After like 20 seconds or something, or no, 20
No,
minutes,
I'm just looking.
20 seconds.
I'm just looking on the blueprint. If you look at the reloads, there's a penetrating reload, ballistic reload, mortar reload, and a rocket reload. There's not a radioactive reload, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying the flagship effect isn't going to do that. I'm just saying that in the standard attributes, there is no radioactive reload listed, but there is a reload listed for everything else. Let me see here. All right, so I'll go ahead and I'll animate that one. So when I click the screen, I'll show you what it'll look like. So now I'll animate that one, so when I click it, it'll change to that one. Is that cool or what? All right. Well, the resonance battery, I see Tito in the Twitch chat there, isn't, there is no, there's not a tactical field, so you're not going to get any benefit from a resonance battery either. Okay. Yeah, so I'm really not sure what else to say that Avenger's good for. I mean, I think time will tell. I definitely think that flagship effect has some potential unit uses. I think anybody probably should use it and try it out, you know. But I have a feeling we're probably going to be seeing a lot of people using this boat in the future for different things. And not to mention, I do think that if this boat gets killed, that flagship effect will go away too. So just like the Highlander and the Grimshine. And the Savage Kodiak, yeah. Okay, this one right here, let's start doing some notes. Let me see. Copy that, put that on the next slide. Alright, so here we have 5 armor slots. So we got clear. Alright, sorry, I had a Facebook PM and I don't know, it kind of kills me sometimes when people think that I know something that they can look up themselves. I mean, it's just like look it up by. Wow, armor potential on this is huge. Um, that's definitely baser armor right there. 10 weapon slots, 4 special slots. I mean, that's Dreadnought class all over it, right? I think a lot of people are going to be comparing this to the Kodiak because it has the, well, let me see here. It has combat speed, kind of sucks. Evade bonus really ain't crap. Radioactive defense, missile defense, ballistic defense, explosive defense, penetrating reload, and it's got built-in flak evade. Penetrating reload 120% is crazy. Alright. And remote targeting range 75%. And I probably should use the same graphic that I used last week and just go over it again. Oh, is he on here? He was earlier, but I booted him. He would because he was AFK. Well, that's great for BP Professor, but I definitely prefer to do my own work, and I'm glad that he was able to help you out there, Joel. I think a lot of people probably wonder if I use other people to give me my opinions, and I generally don't. I'll read other people's blogs and stuff after the show's over and I got all my stuff out there. Alright, so, because I probably definitely need to go over this remote targeting range, I probably should compare the Mastodon to the Kodiak, because I already did a Kodiak to MCX, I think, when that came out, but I should also do one with the remote targeting range, and go ahead and talk, man, because I keep hearing the feedback. Go ahead. Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah, you can post. Asking for what? Oh, yeah, our Polak, yep. Wow, our links look different. Why is that? You said Smart left the preview to do the video? Oh, that wasn't the real swag, just so you know. Yeah, that wasn't the real swag. Yeah, he got lots of people. There's people like spreading that because he said like in the comms on the preview server, he said something about dredges going to campaigns. He said something about what was the other thing? Oh, something like a dry dock coming, and it wasn't even him. It was somebody impersonating him. I think that's hilarious. Oh, on the preview server, they were impersonating him.
That is funny.
Yeah, it's been passed around like crazy. Alright, Draconian hull that it's made use of advanced remote targeting technology to increase the range of any missile-based weapons equipped on the hull. This allows the Mastodon to fire on enemy ships in range of nearby friendly surface ships. Now it says it doesn't work with subs, but you know, I'm betting it does work with subs as long as they're surfaced. I think if a sub is submerged, it probably doesn't work with it. You know what I mean? Say again? What are you talking about? Mm-hmm. So, okay, so you're saying it's a reduction, a damage reduction by 60% for fire shots by the shots fired by the Mastodon outside of its regular weapon range into the remote targeting range. Is that correct? Is that what I'm understanding? Yeah. Okay. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I'm crazy about that. All right, let's see here. All right, so I'm just going to copy this slide. I'm going to paste it in this one. Okay, let me slide it up. All right. I'm probably going to go ahead and take this stuff here out. Let me just kind of flip this stuff around here, make it a little bit more fresh. And it makes me wonder if I ought to do a chart. Let me see here. Maybe I ought to do a chart. Let me just delete this box here altogether, because there's a lot of different kinds of weapons. Table. I'm trying to think of what I need. That's true. All right. 5 columns is probably too many. Actually, I'm sure it is. You put something where? You put a link where? I don't see. When did you put a link there? I don't. I see where something that says Trog BP mod, but I don't see a link. Oh. Did he say? Looks like he said his name because you said you're just trying to post what he said. Did he just say Trog RBP mod? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, you don't have to repeat all yourself. I'm good. I didn't know if you were going to put something. I thought you were putting something in Twitch chat that was actually that I could use. So I'm sorry. Just kind of let me work on this. Hey, Mixter. All right, delete column. Delete column. All right, so max range. And then remote targeting range. That'll work. All right, so stuff like assault missiles. Not really. Just what's on the forums. I don't know anything that's not on the forums, so. Now, let me see. I think because I know they got the assault missile Z now too, and I'm trying to remember the ranges. I don't know if the assault missile Z is the same range as everything else, or if it's better. I feel like I'm missing something. Assault missiles. Wasn't there 3 different strike missiles? Alright, well anyway, 74. So all the assault missiles are 74. Alright, so. And then solid fuel boosters. That adds 30%. I didn't understand a word you said, but yeah, missile system and strike system are identical. They're 25% range bonus. Thank you, Joel. What would I do without you for pointing out the freaking obvious? Let's see here. Alright, so we got 96.2. Now, what I'm not sure, because the range is one of those things that can go above 100%. So it should be, this one right here would be 96.2, but actually that's just plus 30%. So I'm 75, so I don't know if it'd actually be like 105, or if I should just add 75% to that. So if I did 96.2 times 1.75, it could be 168.35 if I did it that way, or if I did 74 times, added 103% to it. I don't know. I couldn't understand a word you said. I mean, it's just one of them things, dude. I just need to be able to completely stop so that I can pay completely attention to you, and then maybe I can understand you. Just understanding what you say takes a lot of concentration for me. I still don't know what you said. I apologize. I know I tried to stop, but I think I was just either distracted or annoyed, but I still couldn't understand you. Right. So I don't think you telling me anything that I didn't just tell myself. Yeah, range can go beyond 100. Yeah. Maybe if you got a link or something that you can just send me a link. Maybe if I read something, that way I don't have to rely on your translation. That would be great. Yeah. I'm starting to wonder if me doing this, doing my slides on a Twitch stream is a bad idea. I'm kind of starting to feel like there's too many cooks in the kitchen. It's like everybody's trying to have a hand in my doing my slide now. But I want it to be right. Yeah, see, I hate to say, I think like this right here, statements like this right here by Trogar, I think are probably wrong too. I mean, but I mean, I don't know if we just got different people telling us things, but this right here doesn't agree with the picture that I have, and the picture that I have I got from PRICEis, so. Haha, somebody put my picture on the. I didn't expect to see my picture when I was scrolling down. Hmm. So assault missile with SFB-3 would be 168 range. Well, looky there. So basically, I just took the 96.2 and then I added 75% to that. Instead of doing, if it would have been additive, I could have added the 75 to the 30, and it would have been 105%, which would have actually gave me less range. It would have only given me, if I would have done 74 times the 105, it would have gave me, my range would have been 151. So adding it this way works out better. Alright, so that's 25%. So next is 74 plus 25%. Alright. It's 92.5. And if I times that times 1.75 equals alright. Now let's look at some other weapons here. It's a missile system, it's 25%. Deluge missile. I haven't got the third one yet, but it should be the same. It says 77. Well, yeah, I don't know what you said, but I know the Mastodon does not have combo slots. Maybe that's what you said. I really don't know. They call it what slots? Hybrid maybe. Do you mean? Yeah, okay. Yeah, and see this one right here, Achilles is 72. And oh well. me shrink my font down. It's a little big. Let's go down to 10 for now. And we have this new missile, right, in the forum. Oh, darn it, I took myself out of that. Da, 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 da. Wow, and that's even less range. Go ahead and add that to my slide real quick. Okay. So I can shrink this up a bit. I'm going to have some overlap here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put a background on this real quick. Undo custom. I'll go with black. And that ought to do it right there. Alright, so still see the battle blade behind it, but I'm trying to make the text stand out a little bit better. Yeah. You know, I think I might just go ahead and take the, because it's still getting bigger, or maybe I'll just take that last word out, system. Okay. Alright. Alright, so 72 times 1.3 is 93.6. Oops. That should go under here. And then times 1.75 equals, oops, that one there's 90. Oops, did it again. Alright. Let me slide this over a little bit. They're a little too close together. And then I'll center them. That'll work. Alright, I think that looks good. And that's true. That is very, very true. I'll do that. That's a great idea. Thank you. Yeah, no offense, but I prefer to use my own eyes, and yeah, it's that way. I only have myself to blame, and I don't have to blame anybody else. Yeah. All right. Well, this guy here is going to be in the way now. Oops. Let's see. Let me move that guy somewhere. Actually, I just shrink him down this way. Move that down. And I'm sorry, what? You're you're telling me the page? Yeah, I still don't know what you're talking about. I apologize. I don't get it what you're talking about. Yeah, I still don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't. All right. I feel terrible, man, because it's like I just have such a hard time understanding what you're talking about, and I'm sure it's a language barrier. Making sure these are all the same. These are all 62. All right. All right. Boy, that's a lot of information. But yeah, adding the torrent missiles was a good idea. I almost didn't do that, so I'm glad you said something. All right.
I'll be back.
Let's see, I'm pretty sure I got a Kodiak. Same thing. So I'm gonna make these pictures the same size.
You getting ready for bed? I was just wondering where you went off to.
Looks like I bought it and got them almost exactly right. Putting the tiles. Let's see here. So this here would be like 8.5, 8.5. Because it would be 8 tiles, it'd be 160, and then is that what you're talking about, like that right there, Tito? 8.4 land tiles? Like 8.2 land tiles, like that. Well, actually, that's not even 161. 20, so each one would be 4. So that'd be, I don't know, I'd just say 8.5. This would be like 8.1. I just say 8. I don't know. I kind of feel the need to be exact, and I'm trying not to be desperately, and I'm having an internal conflict, Tito. Yeah. 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 Well, each wall is 4. Each land is 20, right? So that would mean each wall is 4. So that would be 8, and then it would be 2, 8.8 and 2 land tiles, or 8.4. I say 8.5 land tiles. Yeah. I do this right here. Let's see. Um, that's land tiles approximate. So, like if I like that, 8, 8. All right, and that one right there might as well be 8 too. Um, 154. Let me see. It's 140. 140, 150, 7.75. Wow, I almost have to make my stuff real small again. Let me slide this bar over. I wish I could lock it. Ah, there we go. Look at that. Does that look good, Tito? Alright. Alright, so here, alright, max weight 9,000. This is, I guess I'm going to start drawing my squares. Some people like my squares. Um, Alright, so here, well, transparent line on the outside. On the inside, I'm going to make it custom. We'll go red right there. That's still too dark. That's better. What's up?
I'm making Jason happy.
Oh yeah?
Are you on there?
now that I got my custom colors made, I can just change them really easy. So now I can drop that in there like that. Let me see, weapon slots are the same. That's 10. Let's see this one right here. Change that one to red. Ten, 5, 4 evade bonus. Wow, look at that one. What the heck just happened? Must have scrolled my wheel mouse or something. Map speed 27, 11, 13. Wow, this thing's a lot of it's. I mean, I did remember seeing that somebody said it was a variant. Let me bring this forward. I just want to see the two pictures side by side real quick. Let me see. Order, bring to front. They don't look that much alike to say one's a variant of the other. Maybe they had some kind of... What? Yeah. Yeah, maybe they had like an office contest or something like that and they had a tie. What do you think? Hmm.
Thank you, thank you.
Boy, just moving the stuff around sometimes a little bit is just really hard. Explosive defense is Kodiak is better on that, better on ballistic. Missiles the same. Radioactive is the same. Penetrating reload is less on the Kodiak. Let me change that one to red. Flak evade 30, 30. Retargetable true. Oh, looky here. This one doesn't say retargetable true on it. That's a big deal. It just means this new boat is not going to be the sub killer that some people might have been thinking, unless you add lasers to it. I mean, you'd actually have to add lasers to it for it to be good, for it to kill subs, because it does not. I don't see retargeting on there. Alright, missile defense, penetrating reload. That one's a big one. Oops. Alright, let's just get all this stuff lined up. I gotta group all of this. Let's group that so that stays together. And then I'll do this one. Group. Alright, so they all stay together. But that way I can kind of compare for everybody. But I have a feeling that this Mastodon, maybe its purpose is to, I suspect that its purpose might be just to, what's the word? I think it's supposed to go with the Kodiak, you know what I mean? It's supposed to, like, enhance or, it's like Kodiak support, I think. Just because it doesn't have the retargeting, you know, and then the Kodiak, I think, should be more up front with like the anti-mortar range and the building damage bonus, that kind of thing. But I don't know. Yeah, Mixer is just noticing all the differences with these two ships, and I don't know. I definitely think that they're supposed to go together. You know what I mean? Like if somebody already has a Kodiak fleet, I think you know, if they just built one Mastodon or two Mastodons, something like that, you know, and put two Kodiaks in the front. I don't know. I kind of got the feeling this could be used and taken advantage of that way, the Mastodon. But I just looking at that armor potential is huge, 14,977. Oh, I'm here. I can hear you. Yeah, I think you might have said the same thing that I said, but yeah. I don't know. I almost want to just do just a blank slide here with with the 2 pictures in it. So I got this one on that side of the screen, and then the one from the last show. Like that. Because I do think they're supposed to go together. Especially after looking at this. And then, let me see, Siege Missile, or I'm sorry, Achilles. Oh, come on now. Oh yeah, putting the 2 pictures next to each other, like that. I wonder if I can put that, let me see, rotate, flip horizontally, like that. Oops. Now look, stop moving. Alright. And then put them just side by side like that, but I got a Savage Kodiak picture too, if you think it should be in there. Now we're getting all artsy. Alright. Alright, now I know I had an Achilles missile pick. For some reason, wait a second. Actually, I bet you the Achilles came out with the Kodiak, didn't it? So let me open that back up. I don't know why it didn't come up when I did a search. I got it. So my computer sounds like it's working hard. Yeah, I'm already way ahead, man. I'm good. Alright, let's see. Damage. That's much higher. Building damage is much higher. Reload time. Wow, it's much faster. Accuracy is the same. Weight, it is heavier, but not by much. Now it doesn't have the bypass, but it does have radioactive damage and armor points. Well, this one here had armor points too. So let me go ahead and start. Yep, I'm actually ahead of you on that too. I know you're watching the Twitch stream, so you can't actually tell that I'm ahead of you, but alright, so now the building damage modifiers is actually the same, so maybe I should not point that out. Because the building damage is still 200% for the building damage modifier. And people are going to want to know DPS, so this one here's got to be red. Let me full screen this. Maybe I can tweak it a little bit better, because right now it's really hard to tweak. That looks good. and reload time's crap. Alright, so DPS. Alright, so damage we have. Alright, let's see. Damage, it's 800. Reload time is 5, so I'm going to divide that by 5. Accuracy is 0.60, so or 60%, so I'm going to say times 0.6. And so DPS is 96. And then if I divide that by, if I want to do it per 100 tons, I'd divide that and just be 9.6 per 100 tons. 9.6. Alright, so DPS here is damage is 500. Divide that by 8 and times 60% accuracy, so times 0.6 is 37.5. The weight is 850, so I do that, divide that by 8.5. I just say 4.4. That's a big difference right there. Oh, but you know what I didn't do? I didn't factor in the radioactive damage. I just did the standard damage. Darn it. I'm kind of wondering if I should factor in the radioactive damage, but I don't know how to calculate the penetrative defense bypass. I don't think you can really calculate that. Alright, so let me go back to 800 and then add the missile damage, so plus 264. Then divide it by 5 for the reload. And well, that's not right. 800 plus 264 equals. Now divide that by 5. And then times 0.6. Okay. Yeah, I say it's a lot better than the Achilles. Alright. So I probably don't need to compare that to any other siege missiles. I mean, let me see here. Oh, I have another window with that in it. Well, this has flak evade. The siege missile F also has flak evade.
Excellent.
Oops, sorry about that. Oops.